Top 10 movie villains that stole the show. Every story needs a great villain. While heroes inspire, it's often the villains who captivate us, stealing scenes with charisma, menace, or even a twisted kind of logic. Some movie villains transcend their roles, becoming cultural icons whose impact rivals, or even eclipses, that of the protagonists they oppose. Before we get started, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. 1. The Joker. The Dark Knight, 2008. When Heath Ledger took on the role of the Joker, no one could have predicted the cultural phenomenon his performance would become. His portrayal wasn't just terrifying, it was mesmerizing, layered with a depth of madness, wit, and philosophical chaos. With every scene, Ledger made audiences forget the caped crusader and focus entirely on his unpredictable and anarchic Joker. From his eerie, "Why so serious?" line to his terrifying magic trick, he dominated every moment on screen. His portrayal earned a posthumous Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, forever cementing his place in cinematic history. Ledger's Joker wasn't just a villain, he was a force of nature who turned the film into his playground. His portrayal redefined comic book villains and elevated superhero movies into serious cinema. While Christian Bale delivered a solid performance as Batman, Ledger's Joker remains the most memorable character, making the film unforgettable largely because of him. 2. Hannibal Lecter. The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. Even with just 16 minutes of screen time, Anthony Hopkins as Dr. Hannibal Lecter delivered one of the most chilling and iconic villain performances in movie history. A brilliant psychiatrist and a cannibalistic killer, Lecter fascinated and horrified audiences with his eerie calm and penetrating gaze. His refined demeanor made his gruesome tendencies even more disturbing. Despite his limited appearance, Lecter's presence dominates the film. The way he psychologically toyed with Clarice Starling, delivered unsettling lines with elegance, "I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti," cemented his place as an unforgettable cinematic villain. Hopkins' masterful blend of intelligence and evil made Hannibal both terrifying and oddly charismatic, stealing the spotlight from the protagonist with every line and glance. 3. Darth Vader. Star Wars series towering in stature, draped in black, and breathing heavily through a mechanical respirator, Darth Vader is arguably the most iconic movie villain of all time. Introduced in the original Star Wars trilogy, Vader's imposing presence, deep voice, thanks to James Earl Jones, and complex backstory created a villain that transcends generations. Though he starts as a seemingly one-dimensional enforcer of evil, the layers of Anakin Skywalker's tragic fall make him compelling and sympathetic. His redemption arc in Return of the Jedi only adds to his legendary status. Even in scenes where he says little, Vader's presence commands attention. He became a cultural symbol for power, fear, and ultimately redemption. His story arc shaped the emotional core of the Star Wars saga, overshadowing even the Skywalker heroes. 4. Anton Chigurh. No Country for Old Men, 2007. With a pageboy haircut and a cattle gun for a weapon, Anton Chigurh, played with eerie calm by Javier Bardem, is an embodiment of unstoppable evil. He's not just a hitman, he's fate incarnate. Him more than just a killer, he became a symbol of the randomness and inevitability of death. His emotionless demeanor, twisted moral code, and chilling conversations, such as his coin toss scene in a gas station, made Bardem's performance is devoid of theatrics, which somehow makes it more haunting. His calmness in the face of violence is deeply unsettling. Chigurh doesn't rage or rant, he just is, moving through the film like death itself. It's no surprise Bardem won an Oscar for the role. His villainy made the movie unforgettable, overshadowing every other character. 5. Hans Landa. Inglourious Basterds, 2009. In the hands of Christoph Waltz, Colonel Hans Landa of the SS became one of the most charming yet horrifying villains in modern cinema. Dubbed the Jew Hunter, Landa's disarming politeness, linguistic dexterity, and sadistic intelligence made him terrifying. Waltz's ability to turn a simple glass of milk or a polite conversation into a tool of dread is unmatched. His opening scene alone, a slow-burning interrogation in a farmhouse, is a masterclass in tension. Waltz stole the film from every other character, making even the powerful Brad Pitt fade into the background. 6. Tommy DeVito, Goodfellas, 1990. Joe Pesci's portrayal of the short-tempered, violently unpredictable Tommy DeVito in Goodfellas is a scene-stealing force of chaos. Based on real-life gangster Tommy DeSimone, DeVito mixes dark humor with horrifying violence. His volatile nature is perfectly captured in the famous "Funny How" scene, a masterclass in unpredictable tension. One moment you're laughing, the next, you're fearing for your life. Pesci's energy dominated every frame he appeared in. 7. Norman Bates. Psycho, 1960. Decades before the slasher genre became mainstream, Alfred Hitchcock introduced us to Norman Bates, played by Anthony Perkins, in a film that changed cinema forever. On the surface, Norman is shy and unassuming, but beneath that polite exterior is a mind fractured by trauma and obsession. His descent into madness, capped by the shocking twist, stunned audiences and established him as a chilling archetype for psychological villains. 8. Eamon Goth. Schindler's List, 1993. In a movie filled with horror and heartbreak, Ralph Fiennes' portrayal of Eamon Goth, a real-life Nazi officer, stands out as a portrait of true evil. His casual brutality, executing prisoners from his balcony, abusing his maid, and inflicting suffering without remorse. Fiennes gave Goth a chilling realism that made his actions all the more horrifying. Shocks even in a film that doesn't flinch from showing the horrors of the Holocaust. There was no exaggerated villainy, just the unsettling banality of evil. 9. Thanos. Avengers. Infinity War, 2018. Marvel had introduced dozens of villains, but none captured the audience's attention quite like Thanos, especially in Infinity War. Played by Josh Brolin, Thanos wasn't just a brute force antagonist, he was a complex being who believed he was saving the universe by destroying half of it. His cold logic, immense power, and emotional complexity gave the film a moral weight rarely seen in superhero blockbusters. Despite being the villain, many viewers found themselves understanding, or even agreeing with, his motives. 10. Calvin Candy. Django Unchained, 2012. Leonardo DiCaprio's portrayal of Calvin Candy, the cruel and flamboyant slave owner in Django Unchained, is as magnetic as it is revolting. DiCaprio dove into the role with disturbing relish, creating a character who was both intellectually arrogant and viscerally sadistic. His chilling monologue about phrenology, delivered while bleeding from a real on-set injury, became one of the film's most powerful scenes. DiCaprio's performance was so strong that it even made Samuel L. Jackson's chilling role as Steven seem subtle by comparison. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.